Father, the floor is yours.
Thank you, the moderator, for the beautiful introduction to help you to understand who I am. Here, I was so passionate about the topic, the theme given for this interdisciplinary, about the church in Africa to be self-reliant. My topic, which I picked, it was heralding youth participation in digital evangelization, a case study of Soroti Catholic Diocese. They've been talking about Secam, talking about Amasea. Now I'm basing on a diocese now to make us to understand the real thing about it. Many of you are more familiar with Uganda, and some of you who have been there. There is one of the popular churches in Uganda called Fanero. Why are they popular? And why are they taking most of our youth? It's because of media. For us, the church, I think we are still lagging behind the Catholic Church. I don't know, maybe because of the tradition. The introduction part, evangelization is a responsibility of the church and every member of the community. The evangelical call passed by St. Mark, go into the world and proclaim the gospel to every creature. Mark 16, verses 15. Means the word of God should be preached everywhere where there is a human person. Today, the human person lives not in the real world, but also in the digital, virtual world, especially our youth. Therefore, the evangelization in the virtual world, it is necessary. Sometimes it beats my understanding. Some dioceses even don't have the YouTube account. What are you doing? How shall we rally our youth? Some of you might be asking, where is Soroti Catholic Diocese? Soroti Catholic Diocese was created on November 29th, 1980. It was carved from Tororo Diocese. Soroti Catholic Diocese, it is in the eastern part of Uganda. It covers 10 civil districts. That is Soroti, Katakwi, Amuria, Kapelebiong, Kalaki, Kabermaido, Sereren, Ngora, Kumi, and Bukedia. The people who are there, mainly the Itesos, the Kumam, the Bakenyi, some of the Karamojongs are there, even the Lanyi. The Bagandas now, they want to take over the world, especially in Uganda. They're all over now. So when you look at the map of Uganda, you have seen it where Soroti Catholic Diocese is located. When you look at, basically in our diocese, we have the commissions. The commissions, I'm heading the commission of communication. So I'm the director of social communications. And basically also the director of the two radios. We have Delta and Veritas, as well as the print and audio. So there are some of the pictures there, the presenters. They are very young people. They're the ones who can help us, the youth. You are talking about small Christian community. Next time, these old people will die. So we need the youth. How shall we rally the youth? How shall we bring them together? Because we shall not be here forever. There's a time we shall die. Now, you look at the bishop was having mass on the radio during time for COVID. You remember the time of COVID? People were not gathering in Uganda there. Even if they get you, the police will come and scatter you. So people were praying online, having masses on TV, having masses on radio. The youth in the digital world, there is a motto of Academia Electronica which says, a human being is one and there are two worlds. This means that one and the same person lives and functions simultaneously in the two worlds. There's a real world and there's the other world, and that is a virtual world. Now, we need to look at the digital culture and the church. There is no urging that the advance in technology has altered our lives, perhaps indefinitely. The advancement of this technology has created a digital culture. Many youth and young adults are being steered away from social and spiritual opportunities, such as networks of care, attention to the common good, families, and local authorities, expectations to full attend to the call of God, faith, and communities, and their own powers as agents of God in history. Digital culture has penetrated the lives of almost every human being. That's why even you are here, some of you on phones. You see how digital world is very powerful. The VC was talking about that the time when we was opening, that when we use media well, it can cook. Sometimes even it can burn. So everyone has the same relationship with the technology. We call about the Gen Zs. Here, let us look at the three of them. There is a digital alliance. So these are the individuals who have the critical approach to technology and believe it can damage the heart of biblical Christianity. That's why maybe some of us, the church, the theologians, they don't want to go like that. They say that maybe the church can go wrong. The second one is the digital pioneers. These individuals see technology as a potential tool for evangelization, and that is the youth. Nowadays, they see. In the morning, I was watching Caption TV. They were live streaming the Mass of the Basilica. The people whom I saw there, they were few, but the people whom I saw watching online, they were more than the people who were attending Mass. The third, we have digital natives. These have never lived outside of the digital world and see their relationship with the relationship living in both virtual and embodied space. The necessity of digital evangelization in the diocese. I'm so happy that in our diocese we have the 2 radio stations, which is helping us in evangelization. The modern human being, especially the young generation, spend much more time on internet and social media and not on religious meditation in local churches. Sometimes even there are 30 minutes, but how many times do they spend on phone? Even I've quoted some of the canon, remembering myself about the canon. Canon 747, paragraph 1, we have the indication that the church has the right and the duty to preach the gospel, also using the means of social communication proper to it. Canon 771, paragraph 1, which states that the pastors of the souls, especially the bishops and the pastors and the priests, are to be concerned that the word of God is also proclaimed to those of the faithful who, because of the condition of their life, do not have the sufficient common and ordinary pastoral care or lack it completely. There are people who are bedridden. Do you expect them to be carried to church? No. They can have Mass online, probably. As he indicated in the introduction, it is a duty of the church to proclaim the gospel wherever there are people. People are in the virtual world. People are hiding there. Go and look for them. But maybe now when you look at TikTok, I think people have spoiled it more. Sisters, instead of preaching the word, are just dancing, showing their, I don't know, their buttocks or what. Distracting the message. In the pastoral constitution on the church in the modern world, Gaudium et Spes, we read, to carry out such a task, the church has always had the duty of scrutinizing the signs of the time and reading of the signs of the time. I remember my lecture of pastoral theology. Reading the signs of the time. I think we in the church, we are not reading the signs of the time. For us, we just talk, reading the signs of the time. How are you reading it? In the choir here, it's even Is digital evangelization an opportunity for the diocese or for your church? Yes, it is an opportunity. Why? One of these is expansion of the outreach. We can reach many people when you're dealing with the digital evangelization. Participation for all, regardless of religious affiliation. Maybe I'm not a Catholic. Sometimes even these things can pop in. Even if you say priest, what like preaching, somebody can take time. I remember some of the people, some of the testimonies. It might not be, because some people don't believe in testimonies, but I can give you. Some of people approach me because I do a lot of media evangelization. Say, hey, Father, your things have really touched me. I've been looking to see how I can meet you. You see? Because it's all over. I got in touch with New Vision. I do daily reflections with them online. Involvement of the youth. This is how we can involve the youth. Go to small Christian communities. Whom do you see there? Only people online. Go to churches. Maybe some of you have got chances of going to Rome. Since I was telling that some of you tend to want to go to Rome. For me, I don't want. I'd rather stay in my village there. Rome for what? Promoting fellowship and spiritual growth. We can do it online by the... Each is a mobilization. You can mobilize people by the easily on media. Sometimes people are busy. Of course, they take their steps to be busy, but online, maybe in the evening there, somebody can, can tune and you can rally people. Building relationships, you can do it a lot in social media. Try it. And watch your content, which you present. The threat of digital evangelization. Of course, advantages are there, but there are also disadvantages. One, the loss of physical community and sacraments. There's a tendency of people replacing the actual going to the church and active participation in the Eucharist. For me, they tend to replace it. So that's another problem in the church right now. The misinformation. There's a lot of information by there. People have a lot of heresies because there's no way you can watch and control them. In fact, it is not possible to control correctness of the presented content there. A very large group of people will consider themselves believers and members of the Catholic Church replied the point of the dogma of Immaculate Conception. They say that why? Do you know what they responded? They say, this Mary, the Immaculate Conception, it's because it means that Mary conceived Jesus without a man. And it can go viral by a lot. A large number of people nowadays do it a lot. And there is a lot of evil. Evil is very loud and it pushes hard in reality of life. The example of limited religious knowledge and awareness could be multiplied a lot in media. Self-promotion. That's why I was telling you that nowadays people are looking for likes and subscribers. You go to TikTok, people are dancing, people are not whatever, You just wonder how somebody can even be dressed. Somebody one day was saying that the priest was fooling on TikTok who changes into various outfits. The sister is there, dancing. Are you not distorting the message? Because people by the mind, there's where the mind is. Sometimes they will not look at the veil. They look at another thing. Competition. There's a lot of competition in media. People, because now they're doing this to compete for likes, to compete for viewers in media. So there is a lot. And that is a problem which is maybe making people to deviate away from it. Evangelization through media is primarily aimed at reaching people with a joyful message. It is Christ to be the hero of the message, not you who is presenting it. So I took some survey, the digital evangelization and the youth. Many people have talked about it. The church is expected to listen to the youth also show interest in the activities and patiently understand their needs to build the future church. Listen to the youth. Of course, not everything you have to answer about the youth. When you listen to them, you can guide them. The findings I did, especially when I was doing the survey, when you look at, let us go to the digital evangelization and attendance. I sampled a few people. When I sampled them, like almost 318 people, I found out that many people who do digital evangelization attendance, it was 215. Then the other ones was 103. So looking at the space, you found that many people who attended it digitally, there were very many. The youth members' response to the level of youth participation in digital evangelization. You can look at it, how we are, they say that am I so engaged in digital evangelization as I would be in a physical service? Many people say that, yeah, we do it a lot. That's why you see this one, strongly disagree, agree, neutral, agree, strongly agree. So many of them, they were agreeing. However, it is not for the rich. There's another thing, the behind one, digital evangelization. Is it for the rich or for the landed? No. Many people are there now. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, as long as you can afford the data. Average engagement duration during digital evangelization, less than 15 minutes, 6 people. Because I took a survey, 6 priests and 1 hour plus 1. So what about the content which is people prefer during digital evangelization? People do a lot of music worship. That's why you see many of them, sisters want to dance because they want to get likes from music a lot. So mass, you find that there are few people who maybe do it a lot, you know. Although there are priests also who dance a lot. Yeah, that those ones also. Many of them, I saw one dancing with a big stomach. I was wondering now, maybe he wants to do exercise. So challenges you face, especially the youth face, they are what you call poor and expensive internet. When you go to Uganda, internet is very cheap in Kenya here. But the other side in Uganda is so expensive. Here you can go Wi-Fi. There you cannot get Wi-Fi by there. Even with our government, they can even put even OTT. For you to access it, you have to pay some taxes. So lack of personal gadgets, maybe 3 of them. Then low motivation with the power presence. Let us go to digital evangelization versus physical church attendance. Less frequent than physical evangelization, 6, you see. Same frequency as physical evangelization, 4. More frequent than physical evangelization, 2. So let us go to church members on youth involvement in digital evangelization. There are people who are sure, there are people who are not sure. Not sure, 18, sure, the 29, because for us now, in our ordinary, there is media a lot, because I'm the one handling it, Gen Z handling it, not the only person. Yeah, so we tend to push the content a lot in whatever. Reasons why young people do not like digital evangelization, and reasons why young like digital evangelization is convenient and flexible. Time, what? You can even log it when you are in it, matatu, and see what's happening. A preacher is whatever, is delivering his content there. Reasons why they dislike it, lack of fellowship and face-to-face interaction. Sometimes network is very poor for us, especially in Uganda. Digital evangelization is the future for the church by there. You cannot run away from it. You cannot run away from it. If you run away from it, they say that if you want to pierce an animal, a buffalo, for us, a buffalo is a big animal, pierce it when it's not clear. Some of us want to wait until it's clear. They will take our people. You'll be there. Because the old ones are dying now. Recommendation. The diocese should continue offering digital evangelization as a complement to physical. They should not run away from physical gatherings also. The church leaders should prioritize mentoring. You're not mentoring people. Sometimes also it's good to regulate these people here. When somebody is overtrending, just call him that, you know what you are doing, do like this, you know, because you are distorting the message. So, in conclusion, in a nutshell, young people are open to connecting with digital evangelization, especially when there is additional options. The church must, of necessity, adopt and utilize digital digital technology for effectively transmit the good news. The church should accept changes while staying focused in the teaching of the Bible. The presence of the church on digital and evangelization via internet, including evangelization in social media, it's a great opportunity and a greater hope to reach those who are present there. You continue reading the signs of the time, they will leave us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Father. At least I'm going to stop dancing from my TikTok account. Thank you for the vibrant, insightful, and forward-looking presentation. At this moment, we are privileged to have had 3 rich and inspiring reflections, each offering unique perspectives on how the church in Africa can grow in unity, self-reliance, and effective evangelization. To deepen our engagement and allow for meaningful dialogue, I would now like to invite all our presenters to kindly Thank you very much. Sorry, we have to make some adjustments. And at the beginning, we had only 3 presenters, but I've been informed and requested that I give permission or I allow another presenter as other things are set up.